Hello, fellow subscribers here on YouTube. Yeah, this is my second live stream event, and on this live stream, like in the title, this live stream video, I'm going to be talking about anything that is anime and art related, and what what made me truly love anime in the first place, as well as some ideas, concepts, stories, and characters, all of whom are about anime, manga, and light novel series, all of which are an art medium of storytelling. So it's just me talking about certain topics, as well as my favorites about anime, while also engaging with all of you in the chat. Alright? First of all, I would like to give a huge shout out to my subscribers of my YouTube channel, Doujin Romance. I think it's now 441 subscribers. So thank you very much for subscribing and following and liking my videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu, minasan. Respect for all of you. So, what should I talk about anime? Alright, first of all, what I truly love about anime as a whole. For me, personally, in my own perception, anime is an art form of storytelling in its own medium. It's always about the story and characters. It's about how each story varies from one another and how creative it was created with its own imagination and unique style of writing from the beginning to the middle to the end. The plot, of course, the plot is what is how the anime is created, the story, as well as premise, its world building, the setting, the characters, the conflicts, the action, the moments of drama, tragedy, and romance, comedy even, all of which are so inner or interconnected with one another that makes it so engaging. And that's why I love anime, because of that, the storytelling, the good storytelling. Another one is the characters, of course. The characters, I mostly prefer the characters on the good and evil side of life, or the two sides of the tracks of life, morality and humanity. In other words, the yin and yang symbol, good and evil, saint and saint or sinners. In short, heaven and hell. I mostly prefer that kind of perception in anime characters and its groups, because I always believe that there is good and evil, white and black in this world and in fiction and storytelling. That's my style. Writing characters that explores their humanity, morality, honor, anything that's important in as factors and perspectives of what makes that character unique and engaging, and for us to follow him or her and his or her journey to either become good or fall to the dark side, or find redemption to become to become a better person than he or she was before. And that's exciting, that's engaging, that's very compelling for me as a aspiring artist and writer. That's my style of character, the white and black perspective and treatment. But I mostly give respect and compassion for those who are good and humane. Well, for those who are purely evil, I say damn them all to hell, because they deserve it. for being so sick and twisted and demonic to the innocent lives and humane characters of those series, that should we even care for them when they fired the first shot? I don't know. But I will tell you this, there are some characters on the wrong side of the tracks who are still humane but are in fear of being forced to join the evil demons. Otherwise, their lives or the lives of their loved ones will be at stake. So that makes sense, right? As for the gray moral characters, I'm only gonna apply a few I'm only gonna apply a few gray moral characters. Excuse me. I'm only gonna apply a few gray moral characters for my own original works, but they're not gonna be the top ones or the top dogs, if you know what I mean. It's always about the exploration of white and black, good and evil. Those are my type of characters that I would like to create and explore and follow. Whether it's my own original work or fan made or fanfics or fan works even. So we have the story and characters that I like, and which is why I love anime. And also, there are two more things, important things. The third one would be the conflict. What drives the story in the first place? From the beginning to the middle to the end. As an arc, a story arc. Of course, the conflict. And what's the conflict? Something that has occurred for the characters to engage in to either result in good or bad. And for their development as a character. I like conflicts from the antagonistic forces. I also like conflicts from beyond the human control, like nature, space, disaster, all of that. And the last conflict I like is the character's inner conflict, whether he or she is having this problem inside of her that him or her that prevents her or him to become a better person, because something is always holding that character back for some reason. And it's up to that character alone, with sometimes help with some influence and inspiration from other characters who are more wiser and open-minded and outgoing than them, to either change for the better or stay as a coward. I like that. I like conflict, really. And fourth and final, but not the least factor of why I love anime so much, is the satisfying conclusion. I always like to see what would happen to our beloved characters in the end. Unfortunately, some or maybe most anime series failed to do this somehow. I'll give you an example. Guilty Crown, 2011 to 2012. The last episode of Guilty Crown, which aired on 2012, it did showcase the fate of Sue, Yahiro, Sota, Ayase, Tsugumi, with the mentioning of Harimenzo and Inoue Yuzuriha. But unfortunately, we never get to know what happened to the rest of the characters, like Argo, or Shibunji, or even Arisa. Did she find redemption, become friends with Sue's group again, or did she end up in jail for a long time? Because I don't know. I actually felt sorry for that character, and the fact that her reason of descending into madness and on going to the wrong side of the tracks is justifiable because of Sue and his heartless tyrannic self, or what had transpired after episode 15. Still, we need to know what happened to the rest of the characters, right? Unfortunately, anime series like Guilty Crown failed to do so. We never get to know what happened to the rest of the prominent characters. Okay, I understand Sue and his friends, but come on, we would like to know what would happen or what had happened to the rest. of the members of Funeral Parlor, or GHQ, or even Sue's mother. What happened to her? I don't know. But still, that's my favoritism and idealism for a satisfying conclusion for anime or manga like novel series. So those are the things that drive me to love anime in the first place: the story, character, conflict, and conclusion. All of which are compelling or must be compelling, artistic, satisfying, and engaging. A art form medium of storytelling that I want to follow, that won my interest into following it. And that makes this experience, for me at least, as an anime fan, wholesome. So that's my perspective, my personal perspective, anime, manga light novels. And currently I am working on my own original stories. I actually have 15 planned original stories for my manga and light novel series. My original manga and light novel series. People, and I'm so excited. I'm currently working on three. I established 15, but I'm currently working on three. And boy, they are so original and artistic. I can't wait to finish summarizing them in as a synopsis, respectively, and then begin writing the story in chapters. And besides that, I also love writing fanfics. I'm currently making a fanfic of Tomoko Mito and Mikoto Misaka of Toaru. It's a romantic fanfiction in the railgun side story. And it's gonna be in the future. I think a few years after the current events of Index and Railgun, and Mikoto Misaka is hitting her 18th year because her friends are gonna have she and her friends are gonna have her 18th birthday on this fanfic in a few days. Tomoko Mijo, I'm guessing, is 19 now, so both are in the legal age level or space. So that means they're growing up. But there are some other plot holes I need to fill up, so I'm working on it. But chapter one is finished, and I'm working on chapter two. I actually summarized chapters, the rest of the chapters, 2, 3, and 4. 5 is still on the work, but I have determined that I have managed to at least come up with some ideas for summarization for at least 15 chapters in total of that romantic fanfic of Tomoko Micho and Mikoto Misaka by me. But I don't know how many more chapters I would be able to create for this fanfic. But I did manage to envision the ending and how it will go. So I already know the ending. I just need to connect the rest of the dots all the way towards the last dot, the finale of how this fanfic will end. And believe me, the ending will warm your heart, will make you cry, and will definitely bring a smile to your face of how romantic and heartwarming it is. So I'm looking forward to finishing this fanfic for all of you to read on fanfiction.net on my account, Doujin Moments there. So I'm planning to create a fan trailer, just an announcement of the first chapter being published on fanfiction.net. So I can wait to share it with all of you. So just looking forward for that. So anyway, besides the um, those, I'm kind of interested in other stuff about anime. The unique art style of drawing and art. Okay, I understand Marvel Comics, they have their own style. Okay, I get it. But honestly, when it comes to drawing, anime is much more easier for me. It's so simple and basic. And the animation, so striking, so edgy, so not swift, but sharp. That makes it more engaging and impactful in watching an action scene take place. Whether it's shooting, gunslinging, or sword fighting, anime is the best for action, animation scenes and moments. Boy. Yeah, so that's what I love about anime. All those points that I mentioned already. So besides those, I would like to mention a few other things. What is the one thing that I complain about anime? That's a good question. Simple, really. It's what I call the three abominations of anime and the whole community and phenomenon. One, the ecchi. Two, the harem. And last but not least, three, the goddamn rule number 34 um, references or Easter eggs. I'm not joking. I am against fan service, as well as those trendings of waifu, husbando, and loli. I hate those things. They're just distracting the experience of me following an anime series. I'm not joking. Each time a scene pops out of those fan services, it ruins and spoils my experience. And I have and there's no one to blame but the idealism that was implanted for this type of art form of storytelling. Do we really need a camera angle shot on under a girl's you know what just to be entertained when following an anime series? Do we really need another main lead boy becoming a harem king who was able to win the attractions of some 5 to 10 female girls in just one day? That's illogical reasoning, if you ask me. And do we really need to mention anything related to the goddamn H word? Honestly, I just don't like fan services. I am against fan services. And the fact that some anime fans do those trendings of waifu, husband, and lol, that's ridiculous. And the worst part is if some fanboys actually treated some maniacal, psychopathic female killers of anime as their wives. Like, what? Are you telling me that Esther deserves to be loved? Esther from Akame got killed. Even though she has no regrets of her actions in destroying and killing those innocent humane lives in her own series, except that her only regret is that Tatsumi never smiled for her. I'm talking about the manga. There's a difference between the anime and manga ending. I read the manga and I was right. Ested is nothing but a goddamn ice hag, and she is heartless, a killer, or so I say, a Delilah of anime. And she doesn't deserve love because of what she said and what she did. Yet some fanboys do this because I guarantee you they only care about that character one and for their oh my god, and their obsession of having her in their bedroom doing the they don't care about what she did. They don't care about the immoral, sick, evil things she did. They just care about having her in their own respective beds to do those damn things. And guess what? I find that to be disturbing. I can't believe this, people. That's why I don't want to join any community right now of anime, especially when they do those things, the fan services and trendings. I don't want that. I really don't, guys. Right now, I'm currently staying on my own pages, the Doujin romance, where it's completely free from fan services and trendings. It's always about storytelling and characters. And of course, the application of good and evil, white and black, immorality, morality and immorality, morality and immorality, humanity and inhumanity. And the way I see it, in my own perspective, characters who are on the good side, I respect and support. Characters on the evil, demonic side, go to hell. Whether it's that character alone, is either Judas or Delilah, both deserve to go to hell with no sympathy and kindness, at least. I mean, come on. King Oberon, Ested, do you really think I would feel any careness for them after what they did to those humane characters, such as Asuna, Yuki, and Tatsumi? No, I don't. Still, I'm against fan services. I don't want to be a part of a community that does that, especially those trendings. I don't even wanna talk with someone who calls Mikoto Misaka or Harumenzo or even Akame as their waifus. That's just weird and strange. But what I want to be in a community with are a group of artists and writers, aspiring ones just like me, who talk or who treat anime as an art form of storytelling, character development. No, no waifus, no husbandos, no lollies, no support to such characters like Ested, King Over, and even Zero Two, and no support or creating fan service arts. No, I'm not gonna be a part of that community. I'm not gonna be a part of any of that community. Right now, I'm relying on my own pages, and that's that. Unless the anime community assure me 100% that they will not support or talk about any of that. But right now, after my experience at Reddit, I have been doubts whatsoever. So, besides me hating and being against fan service and those trendings, let's talk about some anime series that I know and love and my favorites about it, especially the characters. Right now, I just want to share my top three most favorite anime heroes, and these are Suoma of Guilty Crown, Tomokamichi of Toaru, and Tatsumi of Kamiga Kill. Why? I'll explain why. For Suoma of Guilty Crown, actually he's the one who convinced me to follow this anime series after I watched him on a commercial on Animax. Which, by the way, the anime series aired around 2013, so 1 year after its last episode aired. I was watching Animax, its commercial, and I saw a glimpse of that character, and it convinced me to follow this anime series. And honestly, he looks like that character from that anime series Yokai. No, not Yokai Watch, but someone else. I'm not sure. I forgot, but I'll try to remember and check it out. But anyway, why I love this character is because, or why he is one of my top most favorite, my top most favorite anime hero of all time, is because at first he is very awkward and pleasant socializing, making him having problems making friends, and then he somehow inadvertently acquired this ability called the Power of Kings, wherein he's enabled to create weapons from people's hearts. And besides that, he has a interesting backstory, which I won't spoil because you have to watch the anime to understand. But all in all, the reason why Tsuoma became my top most favorite anime hero of all time, even to this year, is because of his action, his heroic actions, his development from a side guy to a confident, outgoing male character slash hero. And the fact that what happened in episode 15 changed him for a bit and made him fell to the dark side temporarily, it's another impact that truly made my experience with this character alone and the anime itself more engaging and impactful. And that he has that appearance of a hero, a teenage boy, somehow possessing a supernatural ability, and then his whole world turned upside down, and he must accept this so he can help save lives from certain death and despair and destruction. That's what I like about anime hero, and Suoma has have those qualities, and I like that. I really do like that, and the fact that he's not perfect and humane in all aspects, and that his experience shaped who he is, whether it's for the better or for the worse. Now, next, moving on, Tomoko from Toru Mujutsu Index and Toru Kugan Rail. Why he is my second top most favorite anime hero of all time? Well, it's because actually before Guilty Crown and Kamika Kill, Toru came to my attention first. And I was in the middle of the sisters arc, so I wasn't able to watch the first arc and the story arc of Deep Blood or of Aisa Hamigami. I was actually right in the middle of the sisters arc when I first saw and acknowledged this anime series. And it's in Filipino dub. It's from a former Filipino channel called, I think, Hero TV, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. It's a Filipino dub channel for some anime series that I know and love. I happened to stumble upon this anime series, and after waiting to know what it is, it turns out it's called Tormentor's Index. And the first time I saw it, I saw Tomoko Mito interacting with Mikoto Misaka again by the vending machine, and it got my attention of what this series is all about. And then after watching a few episodes, maybe towards the end of the Sisters arc, which is on episode 14, I became interested. I went online, I searched for it, and I read the plot and what's all about and the premise, and it intrigued me. It truly intrigued me. And the fact that I learned that there's this concept for storytelling about magic versus science. And that's the first time I acknowledged that this kind of uh, TV trope, you may call it, actually exists. And I'm I'm inspired and to create such story that explores that concept and perspective, magic versus science, whether it's idealism or world domination. I like that idea because we all know magic, science, supernatural, and anything scientific proof that are scientific facts, they contradict to one another. It cannot coexist because there's always that perspective about superior or dominant ideology among others, and magic and science cannot have their respective superior ideology coexist. There's always going to be a conflict that must be resolved. Otherwise, lives will be in danger or it will be destroyed. So, how did Toma became my favorite? Well, it's because he's the hero, and that he has a mysterious power on his right hand called the Imagine Breaker, and to this day, no one knows how he got it and where it came from, or who's the one who implanted on his right hand, or how he got it in the first place. But besides that, his heroic act in saving Mikoto Michika, who's by the way is the third main protagonist of the series, main character, and a third main female character, but is the main heroine of her own side story, the Railgun series, the Railgun manga series. The fact that he saved her life with some proper execution and compelling dialogues and compelling storyline or interaction between them, he got my attention, and I did watch a few more episodes of Fame after I Knowledge Index and the whole Toaru universe. And as I was following that character, I realized he's a great hero because he is humane. He's not being boastful. He's being caring for others. Mostly the good and humane people, whether they are esper or magician or not. he got my attention, and I really want to know more about him and to see more action impact moments with him, and of course applying the matter of life and death, whether he, the matter of life and death, on whether he would survive or not. But all in all, what really won my respect and attention for him is his persona, his personality as an anime protagonist, wherein he is humane. He managed to maintain his morality. He managed to maintain his compulsion, they never go wacky in some certain situations that are also life threatening with 0% chances of survival. Also, the fact that he has a traumatic and relatable, sorrowful childhood backstory really makes me care for this character a lot, and making him my second top most favorite anime hero, who's courageous, with good morals, and managed to maintain his humanity even though the Academy City and the world of magic are so cruel to him and the good people as well as the people who are close to him. But the one thing I disagree, or the only canon traits of this character that I disagree and don't like, is the fact that he would even try so hard to redeem someone who's purely demonic in plain sight and who has proven him or herself to be nothing more than a demon, even though the chances of him surviving the end will be 0%. Truth is, not all demons are redeemable. You just need to know as a genius about that. And for Tomokamijo, he disregard that fact. He thinks he can actually help redeem everyone on the evil side, even if they are purely evil. No matter what, he would try so hard to redeem those characters. But in reality, the fact that he's doing this will definitely kill him in the end. Who knows? Some are so smart that can lure his idiocy and take advantage of it and use it to kill him. All in all, honestly, if I were to meet Toma, I will say this: Toma, not all demons can be redeemable. You have to accept that, no matter how hard you try. The best solution to is to either get rid of them or find a way to take them down without killing them and punish them behind bars. Unfortunately, the second option is more of a kids show or an MCU concept. When it comes to realism, you have to take the shot to save your loved ones who are close to you, especially because of musical. Sometimes you have to get your hands covered in blood to do the right thing for others, even though you're scared of it, even though you find it to be disturbing and sinful. You have to do it. It's the only way to save your loved ones, by getting rid of the demon, that demon alone, from this world before he or she do any more harm to others. They can actually kill them, and no one's to take responsibility but you. You don't want to do it, so just you can do that. You just have to do it when the time comes. And the fact that people, I think most fans treat him as a goddamn harem king in their own fan work, so connected to those abominations. I don't like that. So yeah, that's another reason why those are the points that I don't like about Tomoko Media, and I got rid of them for my own fan works. I will not let them appear in my own fan works with Haru, nor will I ever want to make some of it for my own fan works with Haru. To me, Tomoko Mijo will be a humane hero, just like Suoma, and both are not perfect nor boastful. They just want to live an ordinary life, but the supernatural got the better of them, and now they have to accept this, what happened, to become better angels for everyone. to live not a better life than what they have now for development, of course. Last but not least, Tatsumi of Okami got killed. Why he's my third but not the least topmost favorite anime hero is because of the fact that he lost his friends by someone whom he gave his trust and faith to. It turns out the family he was staying with during the first part of the story and on episode 1 are actually psychopaths who killed and torture innocent lives of bumpkins for their own entertainment. They're sick entertainment. And their only child, that little girl, is the worst. But thankfully, before Tatsumi could even meet his demise at the hands of those bastards, Night Raid happened to appear and slaughtered all of them before showing Tatsumi the truth behind their vivid faces. In the end, Tatsumi, with anger but with a sense of mercy killing, sliced the girl in half, killing her instantly because she's the one who also killed his friends, whom her and her parents managed to get and tortured them all in cold blood. However, one of Tatsumi's friends are still alive, and in his last moments, he thanked Tatsumi, explained what happened to him and the other, and passed away, or died in Tatsumi's own arms. As Tatsumi cried for him, while Akami watched with sorrowful and sympathetic feels, telling or speaking out on her face. Because of his ability to kill someone, mostly the corrupt bastards, Night Raid recruited him, and now he became a part of the team of assassins. And the story speaks for itself, so you gotta watch either the anime, or you gotta either watch the anime and follow it, or read the manga and follow it to understand more. But besides those, the reason why these three became my top most favorite is because they vary from one another. Their backstories, their persona, their goals, their role, their biography. Each of them have unique styles and they were executed properly. The only complaint I have was the fact that what's this? Wait, hang on. I'm checking something. Hello? Sorry. Sorry, I just saw something and I don't know what happened. It's been already 29 minutes, right? It is. Anyway, moving on. The reason why Tsuoma, Tomoko Mijo, and Tatsumi are my top three is because of the fact that both have variations in their respective character traits, biographies, storylines, backstories, and each became courageous and brave enough to face the cruel world, to stand against evil and corruption while protecting the people whom they love the most and care for. And that's what makes them special to me. And the fact that they have some awesome, action-packed, engaging action scenes of heroism, vigilantism, and saving lives from certain death. As well as moments of drama, tragedy, loss that affected them emotionally and psychologically, that truly touched my soul and helped me care for them even more. And the fact that I don't treat them as goddamn harem kings. And the fact that I always see them as true heroes, not a part of those goddamn things, fan service, husband stuff. And the fact that I make fan arts and fan works about them being true heroes whatsoever, with relatable stories being shared or shown. And those works of mine, those fan works of them, about them, are totally clean, legit, and decent. Or clean and decent. No filth, no fan service, no goddamn husbando stuff. So those so that's why those three are my top three most favorite anime heroes of all time. Suoma of Kill the Crown, Tomoko Mijo of the Toaru series, and Tatsumi of Akame ga Kill. So I don't know if the chat on this one is available. Hang on. Okay. So all of you, if any of you are watching right now, you may put your chat on, and I would like to engage with all of you in a conversation about anime and art. But I will wait for it if I can. So moving on, what else? Um, what else? Oh yeah, here's a good one. Let's talk about Darling in the Franxx. Oh boy. Alright. First of all, how did I end up watching or following the anime series in the first place? Well, it's definitely come from a video by the anime man, aka Joey-san, of his YouTube channel, The Anime Man. He had a video uploaded long before, and it's about his reaction about this supposed news report about some hardcore fanboys, and zippers sending death threats to the staff members and the seiyuu of that anime by A1 Pictures and Trigger after the airing of episode 14, because in that specific episode, a certain canon OTP supposedly broke up their relationship, which means there probably won't be a happy ending between the two canon OTP. Are you kidding me? That's the reason why they send death threats? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Boy. Prematurity and stupidity at the worst. But that alone made me curious. It made me ask myself in my mind, is Zero 2 so innocent? And is Ichigo deserve to be called the top most hated female character of 2018? From what I heard, that's what they did, the fandom. And did Ichigo actually did something that 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 made the fans have the right to bash at her for what selfish, inhumane actually did? I really want to know all of this. I really want to know the answer to it. So that's why I followed the anime series. And here are my experiences about it. So on episode 1, which I watched on my laptop, the first thing I noticed is that there's this brief scene about the Jian, a being from Japanese mythology who lost its wings and is trying to get it back somehow to fly again. Then we focus on Hero, the main male character, who actually was a bit shocked at seeing an injured or wounded bird that's now bleeding. And then I saw Zero Two's appearance, and boy, I then noticed that Zero Two is disobedient, and she just walked away without anyone noticing her. And the fact that they were just escorting her to a place where she can stay on this. What? Hang on. Oh boy. Hang on. Guys, I have a. It turns out I have a problem with this live stream. Turns out my phone that I'm using to record this actually has a problem now, and it needs to be cooled down and charged. So I'm afraid that's it for this live stream. I wish I could talk more, but maybe I could if I can. But anyway, that's it for this live stream for now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But my phone needs to be handled well. So I hope you guys love this or enjoy this video of me talking about anime and art. I will make a live stream again, hopefully, and I hope you guys will participate with it as I talk more about anime and art and what I like about it and what I don't like about it and why anime, to me personally, is an art form of storytelling as a medium. So that's all for now. I hope you like my drawing of Anya, of Spine Family, and I'm willing to watch that anime series very soon. And I guess I'll see you all on my next Doujin romance video, especially for live stream. That's all. Hope you guys enjoy my live stream. I'll try to talk and chat with you next time. Bye for now. Wait and I'll keep you updated on my next video contents that I'm planning to share on my YouTube channel. So for now, bye and have a good day.